Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. Well, coming at you with thoughts of the day, kind of in the dark, but who wants to see a woman with, lip issues, really? I just thought I'd come at you wildly because I didn't make a video today. I don't have much to report. Stanley was feisty tonight, and so were the donkeys. Really feisty. It was quite a battle, actually. Mother's doing a lot better. She seems, almost normal. Whatever that is. And, she doesn't need us to hover over her 24/7 or anything anymore, but we're not cozy leaving her alone for long periods of time, of course. So, like today, Spencer and Katie had a photo shoot, and I didn't know about it till right before, which kind of threw off my schedule because, I'm working up into paying bills, which always takes me forever because, I don't have any money. So it's kind of hard to pay bills when you have no money, and it just makes me depressed and upset. So I put it off, of course, like any good procrastinator would do. So, I have to talk myself into it, work up to it. And when I do it, it takes 5 minutes. It's really dumb. But at any rate, I was in the process of doing that when the phone rang and Spencer said the photo shoot, blah, blah, blah. And we'll get together. Look at this little horn. A schedule in the future so that I won't be just summoned next door wildly. But Mother and I had a nice visit, and she was alert and stuff. Both of us were. All we do is rest now. But we sat in the kitchen and looked at some videos of Ears Acres because she's missed them. And even one that I showed her when she was in the heat of sickness, if you will, and even if you won't, she had forgotten she watched it. But she is remembering stuff now, that I asked her every day what her maiden name was. She didn't know it for the time she was really, really, really sick. She kept saying Fritchman, which was not her maiden name, but it was kind of close because her real father, oh my God, I'm going to launch into some family thing. Her real father died when she was in second grade, and then Grandma remarried eventually. What is the deal? To a guy named Bones Fritchman. Well, his name wasn't actually Bones. I don't know what it was, but I called him Grandpa because I never knew, clearly, whatever. But his name was Fritchman, which brings me to this. This is Aunt Liz's neighbor down. Oh, I got to tell you about her too. Socks. Aunt Liz's neighbor down in, where she lives. He was friends with Grandpa and Grandma, and he knows Mom and everything. That's that whole story. But Robin, the donkey whisperer, told me that Aunt Liz came into Al's Melons recently, and she filled her in on her health and everything. Oh, God, Mars. These cats drive me nuts because, okay, they have to jump on the table instead of just onto the bed first. Table first. And they knock everything off there. And Bernard runs right across the keyboard. Get up here. Come on, Holstein. I can't really call her Holstein anymore. She's actually thin. She's a regular sized cat. What was I saying? Aunt Liz went into Al's Melons and was filling Robin, the donkey whisperer, in. And remember how I told you she was having, would you please? I could pause the damn video. She was having fainting spells and all that. Remember I told you all, and then I was convinced it was somehow involved with her medication, which would be the first thing that I would think. But, her doctor didn't think so. Well, why would he? Anyhow, it was her medication, ladies and gentlemen, but it was actually her insulin. So, they took her off of it. Yeah, that's the news with Aunt Liz. What other news can I give you? Blaine and everybody left. Joel, Alex, Blaine, left today, but Blaine will be back on Tuesday, I think it is, or Wednesday. And, because let's see, Thanksgiving's coming up, but Spencer's birthday's coming up. This is the first time in years I have not, first of all, been already live this time of year. And second of all, celebrated Mother and Spencer. Mother used to do the live gigs with me for her birthday, and we'd have kind of a question and answer period, if you remember. And if you don't, oh well, you missed out on it. I don't know what to say. I was planning to do a live gig at the end of October, and then this happened. I figured the date when this all happened was October 18th, I think. It was a Tuesday before the 21st. No, wait a minute, so it would be the 19th. Yeah, because I was down making that video, and it was Robin's birthday. I was saying it's the Donkey Whisperer's birthday is the 21st, and I'm going to take her gift today. And that's when, soon after that, I got the phone call, so that's how I remember. So I've been out of commission since then, and I abandoned my life. I abandoned my bill paying and everything totally. That's, why I'm behind. To be next door, and then when I got sick, it was just screw it. I just don't care about anything when I'm sick except for getting well. I really don't. And of course, I had to care about my own mother. I couldn't just leave her there and say, oh, I'm sick. Forget it. Somebody else will have to wake her up and take her to the facilities. So anyhow, I'm going to take Mom to church tomorrow. I'm going to drop her off there and run before the church crumbles in front of me. Might be a good idea to get the hell out of there. No, yeah, I am taking her tomorrow. We went through and laid out her little clothes that she's wearing. She's doing a lot better, and a lot of things are, like I said, coming back to her. Like regular things she does in her routine, or like she'll remember that person X said something about person Y and blah, blah, blah. So she's becoming more alert. Honestly, I have to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, for once, because I'm normally a big fat liar. Having a lot of activity, around the house isn't probably such a good idea when Mom's recovering. It just, you know what I'm saying? I don't want a bunch of people around my house when I'm recovering, so not saying anything mean about, Jill. They were scheduled to come here. But I am just saying that takes a lot out of a person. So, I guess that's what I'm saying. What else can I tell you? Let me pause. I'm going to fix my hair. It's driving me crazy. You won't be able to tell a difference either when I come back. There's absolutely no difference, even though I fiddled with it. There we go. I don't have any idea what I was talking about. I'm just catching up with you about life and stuff. And, so I can't believe when I was ill, I had a chance to be always resting. And so I'd play like YouTube videos and stuff and catch up on alternative media and different news of the day, which I've been avoiding really because it's the same thing. I just can't believe. Now I'm going to really have to speak in some sort of language here that we can understand without my coming out and saying things, because you're not allowed to talk about anything. Like, for example, my nephew, I might even get taken down for this, and then I'll try to remember to come back to my conversation. My nephew evidently thinks I should change the name of this channel. Instead of Lounging with Lisa, he thinks it should be called the, what did he think? The Jabbering Jew. I thought it was cute. And because, I talk a lot, of course. And I said, I don't think I could. I might even get in trouble for saying that, even though I am Jewish, ladies and gentlemen, on paper. Okay? Legally. So in case the YouTube censors are freaking out, I don't know what to think, say, or do. But at any rate, I thought it was cute. Moving back to the other thing that we're not allowed to talk about. You just can't do anything except sing the praises of, like, the Big Shoe Company. Remember the Big Shoe Company? They make things that, like, if you have a headache, you might reach for one of their products. Or get something jammed into you seasonally to allegedly make sure you don't get something. Big shoe is what we call that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a really, really big shoe. Yeah, you have to be madly in love with Big Shoe. There's no criticizing Big Shoe. What the hell happened to comedians? They don't... in the old days, comedians used to make fun of the establishment and... I keep doing this. Stuff like that. And they just don't anymore. They just go along, and anybody who isn't totally sold on this Big Shoe situation going on now, where you have to have something in particular to live life, they just take them to task. They act like they're the worst people on earth. They're murderers or committing some horrible sin. It's unreal. And I didn't realize the depths it had gone, is my whole point of this, until I was trapped in bed at Mom's. Watching the YouTube, catching up on the news and stuff. The news. It's unreal. It's unbelievable. I'm stunned, but I'm not stoned. Okay, I think that's really it, ladies and gentlemen. This is almost 10 minutes of my bloviating, but I rarely come on here anymore and say stuff. I just film donkeys and mules, and the blacksmith's coming Wednesday, by the way. So that ought to be fun. Part 2. So I've got to call the vet on Monday to get some, I forget what it's called, something that will aid in the calming of the animals. Animal, actually. The donkeys won't get any. For the back legs, I went over this recently. I think that's all. Let me pause and think if there's any reason for me to go on to 11 minutes of this bullshit. There's just one more thing, which will lead to two. I do miss the live gigs, totally. I just don't know how I could work one in right now. I'm like a day late and $1 short. Is that the word? Is that the saying? And it's more than $1 short, but I'm just saying I'm behind with everything. The only thing I feel like I have any control over is like the animals, the situation down there. It's awful. Sorry to come on here and go on, but I have to just confess I'm kind of depressed. And, life sure can change overnight. Janet was right about that. Okay, over and out. I'll try to be cheerful for my closing. Here on Lounging with Lisa, I got a kitty cat right here. His name is Bernard. The video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Please, for the love of all things lovable, drop those political identities. Can't believe people are on any side still. Oh my God, I just can't. Okay. Let's focus on issues, something else. Cats, dogs, mules, whatever. Leave labels at the door. Is that how it goes? Research before you judge. Or did I get that goofed up? And remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General. Don't take my word for you. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. Let me do that closing again. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. Remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. Or you can ask General Butler the goose down at Ears Acres. The gander, excuse me. Bye.